Good day. We are here out at beautiful King Estate Winery up on the North Hill. And today we are going to be practicing in honor of the yoga squirrels, Teal and Afton. This practice is going to be a little bit more advanced, and so you can just practice as you normally would, but take breaks as much as you need to, and there is no need to do every single posture that I cue. If it is too advanced or you don't feel like doing it, don't do it at all and find something else that you'd rather do. So anything that I'm cueing, there is no need to do. Just enjoy, and let's get it for the yoga squirrels. So I have a reading from the DailyOM by Madisyn Taylor, Inspirational Thoughts for a Happy, Healthy, and Fulfilling Day. Thank you to my friend Tanya for teaching me about this book. Reflections of Self. We are all mirrors for each other. When we look at other people, we see many of their qualities in innumerable and seemingly random combinations. However, what we see in the people around us is directly related to the traits that exist in us. Like attracts like is one of the spiritual laws of the universe. We attract individuals into our lives who mirror who we are, hence our beautiful yoga squirrels. Those you feel drawn to reflect your inner self back at you, and you act as a mirror for them. Simply put, when you look at others, you will very likely see what exists in you. When you observe beauty, divinity, sweetness, or light in the soul of another, you are seeing the goodness that resides in your soul. When you see the traits in others that evoke feelings of anger, annoyance, or hatred, what is being reflected back to you are those parts of yourself that you have disowned or do not like. Since we are all mirrors for each other, looking at the people in your life can tell you a lot about yourself. Who you are can be revealed to you through what you see in others. It is easy to notice the traits you do not like in those around you. It is much more difficult to realize that you possess the same traits. Often, the habits, attitudes, and behaviors of others are closely linked to your unconscious and unresolved issues. When you come into contact with somebody you admire, search your soul for similarly admirable attributes. Likewise, when you meet someone exhibiting traits that you dislike, accept that you are viewing your reflection. Looking at yourself through your perception of others can be a humbling and eye-opening experience. You can also cultivate in yourself the characteristics and behaviors that you do like. By loving and respectful to all people, and you will attract individuals who will love and respect you back. Be loving and respectful to all people, and you will attract individuals who will love and respect you back. I just had to repeat that one more time. Nurture compassion and empathy, and let the goodness you see in others be your mirror. Taking a moment to reflect on that, and taking a close of the eyes, and seeing the people in your life that you want to be more like. And maybe if you don't have inspirational people in your life, it might be time to search for those. Who do you look up to, and who do you admire? And how can you embody those attributes a little bit more? If you are seated, let's come to standing. Bringing our feet hip-width apart, and angle our toes inward. Bend into the knees so that you can feel your shins taking the weight. Feeling your muscles and your skin just melting and your bones holding the weight. Females, we're gonna take our right hands to our bellies and our left hands on top. Males will take the left hand and then the right hand on top. So coming into your body, shoulders stack over the hips, knees are bent, feet are pigeon-toed, goat pose. Take an inhale into the belly, expand the belly. And exhale, draw belly button to spine. Deep belly breaths, inhale. And exhale. Taking 5 deep belly breaths here. Long exhales, pairing your inhales and your exhales together. Maybe you're feeling your bones taking the weight. Two more deep breaths. On the exhale, draw belly button in. And then we'll just resume natural breathing here. And take a scan of the body. How does it feel in this position? It might be slightly awkward, but can you find stillness? Or maybe are you swaying slightly? Take that body scan. How can you be a mirror for others? How can we reflect back to people what we want them to see in their own mirror? Flickering the eyes to open, bringing the feet parallel, keeping a slight bend into those knees. Arms come down, Tadasana, mountain pose. Shoulders stack over the hips. There's one long line from our heels up to our knees, up to our hips, up to our shoulders. And breathe. On your next inhale, arms come up, prana comes up, palms face towards the sky. Exhale, press the palms down, apana down. We're practicing Vayu breath. Exhale. Inhale, Udana comes up. Exhale, press out, Vyana out. And as you inhale, draw your belly button in towards your spine. It's the one time that we're inhaling, drawing belly button in, Samana in. Exhale, Tadasana. Inhale, prana up. Exhale, apana down. Inhale, Udana up. Exhale, Vyana out. Inhale, Samana in, draw belly button to spine. Exhale, Tadasana. One more, inhale, prana comes up. Feel the energy come up. Gaze comes up past those fingertips. Exhale, apana down. Press everything away. Inhale, draw everything up, Udana up. Exhale, press everything away, Vyana out. Inhale, belly to spine, Samana in, and exhale, Tadasana. Taking a body scan, how do you feel now? A little bit of energy is flowing. Now we'll practice breath of joy. Inhale, arms come out and up. Interlace all 10 fingers. Bend into those knees, hinge into those hips slightly. Inhale, and exhale, swing your fist between your legs. Inhale up, and exhale, separate the arms, swing them to the outsides of your legs. Inhale up. Exhale, fist between the legs, and exhale, arms on the outside of the legs. Inhale, exhale, inhale. Exhale out the mouth with a swing, continue. Building a little bit of heat. Grounding the feet in. Engaging the core as we forward fold, shifting those hips back. The next time the arms come to the outside, just come back up, palms to prayer, palms to your heart. And press the thumbs right into that center heart space. Close the eyes. Feeling that energy flowing through the body, how do you feel now? What is that mirror that you want to be? Who is that person you want to be, and who are the people that you can follow that make you be a better person? Bringing those arms to your sides, let's toe heel those feet together. And then we're gonna make our way into a tabletop position. So bending into the knees, palms come down, knees come down, feet are hip width apart, knees are hip width apart, palms are shoulder width apart. Spread those fingers wide and press the weight into the knuckles where the digits meet the palms. Cores engaged, shoulders back, crown of the head stretches towards the front. Take a deep inhale through the nose. Exhale, tuck and round like an angry Halloween cat. Belly to spine. Inhale, belly drops, gaze comes up, arch into cow. Exhale, tuck and round. Inhale, come on up. Everybody take a few of these at your own pace with your own breath, breathing deeply, grounding those palms in, grounding the tops of the feet in. Moving with intention. Envisioning that better version of yourself. Warming up those hips, come back to center. We'll take a few hip circles, taking the hips to the right. Sit them back, shift them left and forward. You might need to walk your hands forward a little bit so you're not bowing into those wrists too much. Allow the head to just hang down like a big old bowling ball. You might hear some pops and clicks in the wrists or the knees. That's all good. We're just releasing energy, releasing prana. Coming back into child's pose, let's switch directions. Hips to the right and forward and left. Or left and forward. Just switching those directions. Feeling the motion in the hips. Stopping at any point along the way that needs a little extra love. Sitting back for your child's pose. Now let's press the fingers into the mat, lift the wrists up. And if you can get your forehead to the mat, that's great. Otherwise, just allow the head to hang down. Inhale, exhale. Feel the weight of the shoulders just melt down. Bringing the palms back to the mat. Let's walk the hands off to the right, off of the mat. Square the shoulders down to the ground. Inhale, come back to center. And then off to the left. Feeling that right side body stretch, breathing deeply. So in all of our postures today, you should be breathing through them. If you can't breathe in the posture, don't do it. Inhale, hands come back to center. Let's shift forward into tabletop. We'll take an inhale, come into cow. Arch the back, gaze comes forward. Exhale, arch into cow, rounding into the back. As you inhale, raise the right knee up, arch the back, squeeze that right glute, flex the toes towards your face, hips are square. Exhale, tuck and round, forehead to knee, belly to spine, press the mat away. Inhale, lengthen out the right leg, point the toes, and we're gonna practice our perfect chaturanga. So squeeze your elbows tight to rib cage, lowering down and inhaling up. Lower that right knee down. Inhale into cow. Exhale into cat. Inhale, raise that left knee up, flex the toes, arch, 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 squeeze that glute. Exhale, tuck and round, forehead to knee. Inhale, lengthen out the left leg, point the toes, squeeze elbows tight to rib cage, practicing that perfect chaturanga. Chaturanga, squeeze elbows, they're gonna graze the rib cage. Inhale up, lower that left leg down. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. Inhale, as you come into cow, raise that right leg up. Exhale, tuck and round. Inhale, lengthen the right leg. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale up. Curl the left toes under. Pop the left knee up off the mat and raise the right leg up. Rotate the right ankle 5 times one direction and 5 times the other. I love this cat-cow flow. Thank you, my girlfriend Tanya Yogini. She led me in this flow once before. We'll swing that right leg through the midline and plant it down on the inside of the right hand. Rock on your left toes forward and backward, feeling that long lunge. If you need a couple of blocks, you can take some blocks on either hand to lift up a little bit higher. Got a couple bees flying around me here. Keep an eye out. Let's take the left hand to the inside of right foot, right hand to right hip, lengthen the spine and stack the right shoulder on top of left. And if shoulders are stacked, raise the right arm up, 5-pointed star. Really draw that right thigh in towards you, not bowing it out, but keeping it in. Inhale, reach, exhale, let's lower the right hand to the inside of right foot, left heel lowers, left hand comes to left hip. And if shoulders are stacked, left arm up. My feather earrings just went in my mouth. Inhale, reach. Exhale, lower the left hand down, separate the two hands, curl the left toes under, stretch, stretch, stretch. And we'll step the left foot up to meet the right, forward fold, Uttanasana. Hang here for a moment, forward fold, swaying those hips from side to side. Bend into those knees and roll up one vertebrae at a time. Arms come up overhead, squeeze those glutes if you'd like a gentle back bend. And gaze comes forward, belly in, swan dive down, exhale. Plant those hands, bend into knees. You can jump back or step back, left and right. Plank pose. Hold here, breathe. Belly to spine, shoulders down and back. Shoulders are stacked over the wrists, fingers are spread wide, pressing the weight where the digits meet the palms. Glutes are squeezed, belly's in. Inhale, draw right knee to right elbow. Step back. Left knee, left elbow. Step back. Keeping the core engaged, we're gonna lower the right arm down, forearm comes to the mat, and the left arm. Press the right palm into the mat, raise it up. Left arm comes down, right arm comes down. Left palm comes into the mat, raise it up, commandos. You can always lower down to your knees if you need to. Now we're all gonna lower down to our knees, flatten out the feet, inhale cow. Exhale cat. Inhale as you come into cow, raise that left knee up, flex the toes. Exhale, tuck and round. Inhale, lengthen out the left leg. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale up. Curl those right toes under, pop the right knee up off the mat and raise the left leg up towards the sky. Rotate that ankle a few times one way and a few times the other. Breathing, building some heat. Lengthen out that left leg and swing it all the way through. Knee comes to nose and then plant it down. Rocking back and forth on that right foot. Feeling this nice long lunge. Right hand comes to the inside of left foot, left hand to left hip. Draw those thighs together and stack the shoulders. Left shoulder stacks over right. And if shoulders are stacked, raise the left arm up, 5-pointed star. Breathe. Inhale, reach. Exhale, lower the left hand to the inside of left foot. Right heel comes to the mat. Right hand comes to right hip, stacking those shoulders. And if they're stacked, raise that right arm up, 5-pointed star. Lowering that right arm down, separate the two hands, curl the right toes under, and step the right foot up to meet the left, forward fold, Uttanasana. Hang here for a moment. You can grab opposite elbows, swaying side to side. You can make a couple of sighs, shaking the head no, nodding the head yes, relax the jaw, relax the face. Hands come to the mat or the shins, inhale, half lift. Ardha Uttanasana, belly and forward fold. Inhale, half lift, belly and forward fold. Inhale, reverse swan dive all the way up towards the sky. Back bend if you wish, squeeze those glutes. And gaze comes forward, belly and swan dive down, forward fold. Bend into those knees, you can step back right, step back left, or jump back into plank. Breathe. Shifting back into downward facing dog. Shake the head no, nod the head yes. Inhale, shift forward, plank pose, squeeze those glutes, belly's in. We're gonna try a full chaturanga. You can lower down to your knees if you need to, squeezing elbows tight to rib cage, lowering down for chaturanga. And inhale, scoop it up all the way up to upward facing dog, Urdhva Mukha Savasana. Feet are flat, back belly soft. You can engage the quads to lift those thighs up off the ground, protecting the lower back. Let's curl those toes under, hips lift, downward facing dog. Breathe. Big inhale, raise the right leg up and back, toes pointed, and with control, we're gonna swing the right knee all the way through. Ground into that right foot, squeeze the left glute, come on up, head, chest, and arms. Squaring hips and shoulders to the front of your mat, Anjaneyasana, crescent lunge. Inhale, and as you exhale, drop the right arm back and we're gonna twist to the right. Inhale up. One more, exhale, twist. Inhale up. Exhale, lower the left arm back, right arm back. or right arm forward. Inhale up. Left arm drops back. Open. Inhale up. Palms to prayer. Lengthen the spine here. Breathe. As you inhale, we're gonna hinge with the hips. And exhale, left elbow comes to the outside of right knee. Bending deeply into that right knee. Stacking shoulders, stacking hips. Breathe. If you'd like to open up for twisting dragon, you can here. Otherwise, we'll all come down into prayer. Take a look at your right big toe. Ground into that right standing leg. When you're ready, you can take a couple of steps, or if you're able to, step the left foot all the way up to the right and sit back for prayer twisting chair. Utkatasana, awkward pose. Breathe. Gaze can be up past that right elbow or down at the ground. Let's come untwisted, sitting back into chair. Keep the core really, really engaged here. Sit back. Knees don't bow over the toes, so you should be able to see your toes here. Arms can come up. You can draw elbows down, squeezing shoulder blades. Goal posting. Inhale, lengthen out those legs. Woo! You made it. Squeeze those glutes. Belly in, swan dive down. How you doing, squirrels? We're all yoga squirrels now. It's an initiation. Bend into those knees. You can jump back or step back. Shifting back into downward facing dog, Adho Mukha Savasana. Fingers are spread wide. You can pedal those feet out one at a time, shaking the head no, nodding the head yes. Inhale, shift the weight forward, plank pose. Squeeze those glutes, bellies in. Inhale. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale up. Chaturanga. Inhale, scoop it up, upward facing dog. Glutes are squeezed, shoulders back, feet are flat. Curl those toes under, hips lift, downward facing dog. Breathe. Big inhale, raise that left leg up and back, toes pointed. And with control, draw it all the way through the midline, left foot inside of left hand. Ground into that left standing leg. Come on up, head, chest, and arms. Breathe. Bend a little bit deeper into that left knee if you can. Arms come up. Palms come to prayer. Lengthen the spine here. Nice long spine. Inhale, shift the weight forward. And as you exhale, right elbow comes to the outside of left knee, stacking elbows, stacking shoulders. Finding a point of focus, your dristi. And if those shoulders and elbows are stacked, you can open up for twisting dragon. Exhale, palms to prayer. Take a look at that left big toe. Ground into that left foot, and when you're ready, we're gonna step the right foot up to meet the left, sitting back. Breathe, stacking shoulders. Gaze can be anywhere from floor to ceiling. Let's come untwisted. Sitting those hips back. Sitting them back a little deeper. Core's engaged, you can do it. Arms can come up overhead. They can come out in front of you. They can come to prayer. They can goal post. For 3, you got this. 2, 1, lengthen out those legs, shake out those hips, arms come up overhead, squeeze those glutes if you want to back bend. And gaze comes forward, belly in, swan dive down, forward fold. Plant the hands, bend at the knees, jump back or step back, shifting back into down dog. Inhale, shift the weight forward, plank pose. Squeeze those glutes, bellies in. One more time, right knee, right elbow. Step back, left knee, left elbow. Step back. One more time each side, right knee, left knee. I lied, right knee, right elbow. Now raise it up a little higher. Step back, left knee, left elbow. Raise it up. You got it. Breathe. Inhale. Exhale, let's lower down to crocodile, hovering 2 inches above the mat. For 3, 2, 1. Inhale, scoop it up, upward facing dog. Curl those toes under, hips lift, downward facing dog. Relax the jaw. Inhale through the nose. Exhale, sigh. Inhale through the nose. Exhale, sigh. Press the chest back towards the thighs. Inhale. Exhale, sigh. Big inhale, raise that right leg up and back. And we're gonna draw the right knee, shifting the weight forward to right elbow. Inhale up. Right knee comes to forehead, tuck and round, forehead to knee. Inhale up. Right knee, left elbow. Hold. Lift it up a little higher. Raise it up. Swing it all the way through. Right foot inside of right hand. Lowering the left knee down to the mat. Flatten out the left foot. Squeeze the left glute and come on up, head, chest, and arms. Breathe. Moon salute, Chandra Namaskar. Keeping that left glute slightly engaged. Raise those arms up overhead. Inhale, reach so far up that you have nowhere else to go but back. Minding those vertebrae, not crunching back too far. If you'd like a heart opener, you can do so here. There's some pretty birds flying around here. Hope you can catch one in the view. Breathe. How are you doing? Check in. My heart's pumping. Inhale, arms come up. Exhale, both hands on either side of that right foot and straighten out the right leg, flexing toes towards your face. Hamstring stretch. We don't get those enough. Birds of a feather stick together. Inhale, bend into that right knee. Let's take the left hand to the inside of right foot and raise the right arm up towards the sky. Taking the right hand to the inside of the right thigh, you can begin to open up that hip slightly, just coming on the knife edge of that right foot, opening up the hip. You can twist a little bit further, looking past that right shoulder. Bringing that right foot in, bringing both hands to the inside of the right foot, shoulder to knee contact here, bending into those elbows. Some people can bring their forearms down to the mat. That's not serving me today. So what is serving you today? For lizard pose, gotta ditch these things here. Keep going in my mouth. Breathe. If you'd like full lizard, you can curl those toes under and pop that left knee up off the mat. Gently lowering that left knee down, flatten out the left foot. Just frame that right foot and then come up onto the thigh. You can always double up your mat if you need to, just for a little extra padding. But we're gonna take a quad stretch if you can. So you can just stay right here if it's too much. You can always back out of it, but bend into that left knee and reach back for the top of the left foot. Just try to draw it towards your booty. Everyone's different, everybody's different. You can raise that right arm up. If you'd like a balance challenge, you can drop it back behind you. Inhale, raise that right arm back up, lowering it all the way down, releasing that left foot. Curl the left toes under, ground those hands, and we're gonna swoop that left or the right leg up and back. Woo! Bend into the right knee, scorpion dog, peeking underneath the left armpit to see the sole of the right foot. Square the shoulders, stack the hips. Square the shoulders, stack the hips. Inhale, raise that right leg up and lower it down. 3 deep breaths. Sigh out the mouth. Relax the head. Inhale, shift the weight forward, plank pose. Squeeze those glutes, bellies in. Inhale here. Exhale, squeezing elbows tight to rib cage, lower down, crocodile for 3, 2, 1. Inhale, scoop it up. Curl those toes under, hips lift, downward facing dog. Big inhale, raise that left leg up and back, toes pointed. Nice and slowly, we're gonna draw that left knee, left elbow. Inhale, back up. Left knee to forehead. Hold, lift, inhale, back up. Left knee, right elbow, hold, and now raise it up a little bit higher. And inhale, scoop it up. Swing it all the way through the midline, left foot inside of left hand. Lower the right knee down, flatten out the right foot, squeeze the right glute, come on up, head, chest, and arms. Press those hips forward, keep that right glute engaged. Inhale, reach, reach, reach. And exhale, when you're ready, you can round back. You can take a heart opener here if you'd like one. Keeping the eyes open will maintain your balance. You can try a shoulder stretch here if you'd like, interlacing all 10 fingers, rolling the shoulders down and back. Bringing the gaze forward, arms come up. Both hands are going to come to the inside of the left foot, or actually frame that left foot first. Inhale, exhale, straighten out the left leg, flex toes towards your face, forehead to knee. Breathe. Inhale, shift the weight forward. Both hands come to the inside of the left foot, left palm to the inside of that left knee, and gently come on the knife edge of that left foot if you're able. Lengthening the spine and twisting over towards the left knee. Coming back, untwisting. Both hands come to the inside of the left foot and bending into those elbows until maybe you can get your forearms to the ground, or you can grab a block and bring your forearms to the block. Keeping the shoulder to knee contact. What is coming up for you here? Maybe you're cussing at yourself, cussing at that hip. But how can we be a little nicer to ourselves? How can we be that mirror for ourselves? Who do we want to be? Who do we want to see? Slowly bringing those palms back up. Or if you'd like to come into the full expression of lizard, coming back down here, I'm gonna keep my palms just on the ground. And you can curl those right toes under, pop the right knee up off. Maybe bending into those elbows a little bit further. Breathe. Gently lowering that right knee down, flatten out the right foot, and then come up onto that left thigh. Pressing those hips forward. If you'd like a quad stretch, just begin to bend into that right knee, reaching back for the top of the right foot. Maybe this heel is a little easier to get to your bum, maybe not. Raising the left arm up, and you can drop it back behind you. Breathe. Gently lowering and releasing that foot. Separating the two hands on either side of the left foot. Curl the right toes under, pop that right knee up off the mat and swoop the left leg up and back, toes pointed, shake it out. Bending into the left knee, peek underneath the right armpit to see the sole of the right foot, or the left foot, excuse me. Raise the knee up, square the shoulders. Inhale, raise the left leg up, lower it down. Inhale, raise that right leg up and back, toes pointed. With control, we're gonna swing it all the way through the midline, right foot inside of right hand. We're gonna step the left foot up 12 inches so that the heels are in one line. The right hand can come anywhere from 4 to 12 inches in front of that right foot. If you need a little extra space, because we're gonna go into half moon, you can use that block. Otherwise, bring that left hand up to meet it. Shoulders are away from ears. Shift the weight into that right foot and into the hands and raise that left leg up. Straightening out both legs. You are practicing half moon here. So if you're just working on your balance, stay here. If you'd like to go a step further, begin to stack the left hip on top of right, drawing left hand to left hip. And if shoulders and hips are stacked, you can raise left arm up, 5-pointed star. Gaze can be anywhere from floor to ceiling here. Breathe. Ardha Chandrasana, half moon. Gently lowering that left hand down, re-square the hips, and we're gonna step back into warrior two. So the heels are in one line and windmill up, warrior two. Breathe. So this left foot points toward the side of the mat, right foot points towards the top of the mat. So we're making a perfect 90-degree angle. Left arm disappears behind you, right arm comes up. Pulling up from the pelvic floor, engaging the core. Breathe. Knees should stack over ankle. Inhale, reach the right arm forward. Exhale, raise the left arm to sky, right palm to right thigh. Reverse your warrior. Keeping that bend into the right knee. Inhale, come back, warrior two. Straighten out the left leg, or excuse me, the right leg. Engage the quad, micro bend in that knee. Reach the right arm forward. Reach, 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 and then just lower that palm onto shin, ankle, wherever it lands. Stacking shoulders and opening up the hips. For triangle, Trikonasana. Breathing. Bending back into that right knee, come back up, warrior two. Now, if you have a block, you can place it in front of that right foot. If you need to shorten up your stance a little bit. Otherwise, we're gonna practice our half moon one more time. So you can step your left foot up just a hair, bending into that right knee just to shift the weight forward, straightening out the right leg, raising the left leg up. Floating, half moon. Breathe. You can bring your palm to the outside of the block if you'd like to float it. Or bringing it back. Hold. For 3, 2, 1. Step that foot back, warrior two. Whew. Did it. Take the left arm up. And then we're gonna shift forward into warrior one. So left foot steps forward just by a couple of inches. Hips and shoulders are square to the front of the mat. Arms come up. And breathe. Palms to prayer, and let's step that left foot up. Inhale, arms come out and up. Palms to prayer, tuck the chin, roll it down one vertebrae at a time. Hands come to the mat. We'll step back left, step back right, or you can jump back. Press the chest back. Big inhale, raise that left leg up. You're welcome to scorpion dog if that feels good. Raising it up and swinging it all the way through the midline, left foot inside of left hand. Step that right foot up 12 inches. Left hand comes anywhere from 4 to 12 inches in front of that left foot. Right hand comes up to meet it, shift the weight into the palms and that left foot and raise that right leg up. And breathe. You're practicing this posture here. If you'd like to go a step further, you can begin to raise that right hip up, stacking the right hip on top of left, stacking hips, stacking shoulders. And if shoulders and hips are stacked, you can raise right arm up, 5-pointed star. Gaze can be anywhere from floor to ceiling. Find a point of focus. For 3, 2, 1. Gently lowering that right arm down. Step that right leg back. Warrior two stance, bend into that left knee, windmill up. Breathe. Inhale, reach the left arm forward. Exhale, raise the left arm to sky, right palm to right thigh. Inhale, come back, warrior two. Straighten out the left leg, micro bend in that knee. Shift the hips back and the fingertips forward. Lowering the palm onto shin, ankle, wherever it lands. Raising that right arm up. Bending into the left knee, come on up, warrior two. So if you use the block on the other side, step that right foot forward just a little bit, grab that block and set it in front of the left foot. Otherwise, if you're able to get down to the ground, no worries. You can also use a textbook, anything to lift yourself up a little bit. Warrior two hands here. Step the right foot up, keeping that knee bent, and then gently begin to straighten it, lowering the left hand down to the mat. Stacking hips, stacking shoulders. If you'd like to try to float your half moon, left hand can come to the inside of the block. Gaze can be anywhere from floor to sky. Gently lowering that right hand down. Step that right foot back into warrior two, windmill up. And then we'll step that right foot up 12 inches. Square the hips and shoulders to the front and arms come up. For warrior one, Virabhadrasana Eka. Inhale, step that right foot up. Palms to prayer, and then arms down at your sides for Tadasana, mountain pose. Checking in, how do you feel now? Taking a sip of water, doing whatever you need to do. We're gonna work through some balancing postures now. Let's roll out our ankles a little bit. A few times one direction, coming up on top of the toes, and a few times the other. And we'll switch sides. Left ankle rotates out and rotates in, coming up on top of those toes. Toes and ankle bones come together. Yeah, there's some sort of bird out there. I don't know if you guys can hear it. Ground into that left standing leg. Actually, ground into both feet here. Arms come up. Lift the toes up, lower them down. Inhale, reach, and as you exhale, we're gonna swing the right arm underneath the left elbow. Double wrapping if you can for eagle arms. If you can't, just grab opposite shoulders. Otherwise, grab the palms, grab the thumbs. Inhale, sit back into chair. Ground into that left standing leg. Raise the right leg up onto the toes and wrap it around. If you're able to double wrap, that's great. Otherwise, just point your toes down to the ground. Inhale, chest up. Exhale, sit those hips back. Chest up, hips back. Maybe raising the elbows up to shoulder height. Inhale, chest up, elbows up. Trying to line up elbows, belly button, and knees. And let's fly this eagle. Raise that right knee up towards the chest, lengthening out that left standing leg. And we're gonna shoot that right leg back behind us. Body down, leg up. Hips are square, shoulders are square. Body down, leg up. If you'd like to release that grip, fly that eagle, baby. Body down, leg up. Nice and slowly, we'll begin to come back to standing. Releasing that right leg down to the ground and shaking out the left. Woo! Shake it out. Inhale, arms come out and up. Swinging the left arm underneath the right elbow, double wrapping if you're able to. Other guys, grab those shoulders. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, sit hips back. Ground into that right standing leg. Inhale, raise the left leg up and wrap it around. Double wrapping if you can, otherwise just point those toes down. Inhale, chest up. Exhale, sit back. Inhale, raise those elbows up, shoulder height. Sit those hips back. Breathe. If you fall out of it, just come back in. Maybe take yourself a little less seriously. Laugh it off, come back. Let's fly that eagle, raise that left leg up. And body down, leg up. Hips and shoulders are square. Body down, leg up. Releasing those arms. And nice and slowly lowering that left leg down. Shake it out. All right, we are going to practice our tree and then flow it into a flying pigeon. Now, if you're not able to get there, no worries, just hold the tree for now and it'll be something to practice towards. Ground into your left standing leg. Oh, there's a bee. Woo! I love you. Just don't sting me. Left standing leg. Lift the toes up, lower it down. Take the right foot to the inner part of the ankle, the calf, the thigh. Just avoid the knee, above or below the knee. Or if you'd like to try the flying pigeon, take your heel to groin, holding it up from the underside with the left hand. Palms can come to prayer if you're able to release that foot. Otherwise, just keep holding onto it. And when you're ready, express your tree. Palms come back to prayer. Now, if you'd like to try our flying pigeon. Bend into that left knee and make a figure 4 with the right foot on top of the left thigh. Just stretch here and press that palm into that right thigh. And then if you're able to get your hands, keeping to bend into those hips, bend into those hips, bend into those hips, if you can get your hands to the ground, that's awesome. Otherwise, just work it where you got it, okay? Shifting the weight forward, bending into that left knee, bringing the palms down to the mat, and hooking the right foot behind the triceps. Shifting the weight forward. I thought there was a bee on me. It's just the mic. Lifting that left leg up, gaze is up towards the mat. Engage the core and breathe for 3, 2, 1. Gently lowering that left foot down, pressing the weight back. Palms come to prayer, standing, 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 and lowering that right leg down. Shake it out, how'd it go? Hey, and it's something to work towards. Sometimes our hips might not be open enough, so maybe a little extra hip stretching beforehand, then you'll be golden in no time. Ground into that right standing leg. Take the same position of tree as you did on the other side. And if you'd like to try the flying pigeon, bringing heel to groin, pressing that knee down towards the ground, holding it from the underside. And I see a butterfly flying around. Palms to prayer. If you're practicing out in nature, you get bonus points. But if not, just do it where you got it. Express your tree. Maybe something different this time. Core is engaged the entire time. You'd be surprised how much we're working our core in all kinds of different postures other than ab work. Gently lowering down the palms to prayer. And then making that figure 4. So bend into the right knee, flex the left foot, and press that left palm into that left knee. Breathe. Maybe you're just working it right here. If you'd like to go further, keep bending into that right knee, forward fold, bringing the hands down to the mat, maybe walking them forward just a hair. Bend into that right knee so that you can hook the left foot around your triceps. Press the weight forward into the hands. And if you're able to, lift that right foot up. Gaze is up towards the top of the mat. For 3, 2, 1. Lowering that foot down, pressing the weight back. Bringing palms to prayer, coming back to standing, and gently releasing that left leg. How'd it go? Check in, shake it out. I still see a little flyer around here. It's okay. Keeping me company. So we're gonna bring our toes out to the outer edges of the mat, and heels are in. Bend into those knees. Woo! Sit the hips back for a frog or garland pose. Spine is long. Hips are open. If you can't keep your feet flat, then raise your hips up a little bit higher. But just go where your feet can stay flat. Taking a twist here, lowering the right hand down to the mat, pressing the elbow into the inner thigh. Raise the left arm up. Palms come back to prayer. Left hand comes to the mat. Elbow stays to thigh contact. Inhale, right arm comes up. And lower it down. Palms back to prayer. If you'd like to practice full crow, you can either stay here, you can come into a forward fold, but if you'd like to practice full crow, lower the palms down, raise the hips up. Point the toes forward, toe heel them in so that they're hip width apart. Palms come to the mat, bend into the knees, spread the fingers wide and pigeon toe them slightly so that your fingers point in towards each other. They're making like a triangle, but they're spread apart. Keeping the belly to thigh contact here. Shift the weight forward into the palms, lift the heels up and bring the knees to the backs of the triceps. Keep shifting the weight forward, gaze comes towards the top of the mat, raise the right foot up off of the mat, lower it down. Left foot raises, lower it down. And when you're ready, Engage the core, lift up from the pelvic floor, lift up the right foot, lift up the left foot. And hold. Breathe. For 3, 2, 1. Gently bringing the feet down, toes out, heels in. Sit back into that frog. You can sway side to side. If you want to draw a little figure 8 with your tailbone, imagine it with your mind's eye. And then switch directions. Lowering the palms down, lift the hips up, toes point in like you're on a set of skis, and just hang here, grabbing opposite elbows, sway side to side. If you'd like a shoulder stretch, interlace all 10 fingers at the base of the spine, raise the fist up, lengthen out the arms. Allow the head to just hang. Gently releasing the grip, and then switching the grip. So the opposite thumb is gonna go on top. We're lengthening out those arms. Shoulders come down the back. So you're not crunching your shoulders into your ears. You're maintaining integrity in those shoulders. Gently release the grip. Hands come to the mat or the shins. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, bend in the knees, roll it up 1 vertebrae at a time. Come up to standing. Bring those feet together, toes and ankle bones together. Palms face forward. Tadasana, mountain pose. Taking a full body scan. How do you feel now? Take a sip of water, do what you've got to do. We're gonna move down to the ground and do some hip openers and some final breathing. So facing forward. First, with our deep breathing, after we're gonna do our hip openers, we're gonna do an even deeper hip opener. Inhale, arms come out and up. Belly in, swan dive down, forward fold. Let's walk our hands to the top of the mat, feet to the back, downward facing dog. Feet hip width apart. Maybe the heels are making their way down to the mat. Maybe not, it's all good. Spread those fingers wide. Press the chest back towards the thighs. Inhale, raise the left leg up and back, toes pointed. Bend into the left knee, stacking those hips. If you'd like to go into Wild Thing, Kamakarasana, gently lower the left foot down to the mat. Extending the right leg, raise those hips up. Breathe and stretch. Inhale, raising the left arm up. Raising the left leg up, untwisting. Raise it up towards the sky and we'll swing it all the way through the midline. Left knee comes to the left wrist, trying to get the foreleg parallel to the top of the mat. Extending that right leg back behind you. Raising the torso up. Breathe. Squaring hips and shoulders. Ekapada Kapotasana. This is a really deep stretch. So you can lie onto your back and take reverse pigeon on the back. Otherwise, you can take whatever form of pigeon you'd like here. If you want royal pigeon, sleeping pigeon, we're gonna take a twisting pigeon. So take the left hand forward and take the right hand and weave it underneath, bringing the right ear and right shoulder to the mat. You can raise the left arm up, wrap it around, and maybe you can grab for the left toes. Breathe. Inhale, raise the left arm up, lower it down, raise the torso up. And then we're gonna swing that left leg all the way around us for half lower to the fishes. And right foot comes to the outside of the left thigh. Bring both sits bones to the mat. Please excuse my lefts and rights. Might not get them right up every time. Right hand comes behind you like a kickstand. Inhale, the left arm comes up. Left arm to the outside of the right thigh, Raise that torso up and twist. Inhale, lengthen, exhale, twist from the lower to the middle to the upper spine. And if you'd like an opposite cervical spine stretch, gently take chin to left shoulder. And we're gonna come twisted, untwisted all the way around, ground into those feet, lift those hips up, down dog. Raising the right leg up and back, bend into that right knee, stack those hips, lowering that right foot down to the mat, squeezing the hips, raising the hips up, squeezing those glutes. Inhale, right arm comes up, Coming untwisted, raise that right leg up. Might need to re-square your down dog. And then we'll swing that right knee behind the right wrist, lengthening out the left leg, raising the torso up, squaring hips and shoulders, taking whatever form of pigeon you'd like. Otherwise, take the right hand in front of the right knee, left arm comes out, twist. Coming on the left shoulder and the left ear, right arm comes up and wraps around. You can stay here as long as you'd like. We're gonna keep moving. Raise the right arm up, lower it down, raising the torso up, swinging the left leg all the way around the right thigh, bringing the sole of the left foot down to the mat. Left hand comes behind you like a kickstand. Inhale, the right arm comes up, and the right elbow comes at the outside of left knee. You can make a little kickstand. You can hug it in, twisting from the lower to the middle to the upper spine. Maybe smiling. Inhale, lengthen, exhale, twist. Feel like an opposite cervical spine stretch. Gently take chin to right shoulder. Then we'll come and twist it all the way off to the right. All the way lifting up those hips. Downward facing dog. Let's walk the hands to meet the feet, feet to meet the hands. Rolling up one vertebrae at a time. Coming to face the front. Or I'm gonna face the front. You can stay right where you're at. Inhale, arms come up. Toes are pointed out, heels are pointed in. Palms to prayer. They're about a little bit wider than hip width apart. Palms or the fingers point down. Hands spread apart. And I'm gonna widen my feet out just a hair because my hips are a little wide. Lift the right heel up and place the heel in this fleshy part of the hand. Same thing with the left. You might need to just adjust your stance a little bit. Maybe it comes in, but pressing the heel into the fleshy part of the hand, pressing the fingers in, looking down at the ground. Now we're gonna take a deep inhale through the mouth, like we're creating a straw with our mouth. Raising the head up. Close the eyes, close the mouth, and exhale out the nose. Make a circle with the mouth. Deep inhale through the mouth. Raise the head up, close the mouth, close the eyes. One more, make a circle with the mouth. Close the mouth, close the eyes, exhale the nose. That is called cocky. Shift the weight forward, release the hands. Let's take a forward fold. Shake it out, shake out the head, allow everything to dump down. And when you're ready, we're gonna come to a seated position. Coming seated, hips on heels or cross-legged, whatever is most comfortable for you. Our final breath today is going to be Kapalabhati breathing and bee's breath to honor all the bees that are flying around me right now. So for Kapalabhati breathing, it is rapid inhales and exhales through the nose by snapping the diaphragm, snapping the belly. If you're a little stuffed up, you might snot around, and that's all good. Nobody's watching, right? Take a deep inhale through the nose, and we're gonna snap the belly. In 3, 2, 1. Lick the lips and swallow. We're gonna do one more round. So if you don't get it this time, it takes a lot of practice. I've been practicing this breath for like 13 years. So if you don't get it right away, give yourself some time. It's also known as breath of fire. So everybody take an inhale through the nose and snap. In 3, 2, 1. Lick the lips and swallow. For bee's breath, we're gonna take our middle and index finger and we're gonna close off our eyes, but don't close your eyes yet so I can finish explaining. We're gonna take the ring fingers and they're gonna come directly below the nose, and the pinky fingers are gonna come to the corners of the mouth, so you're making a little mask here. The thumbs are reserved to close off your ears. And so we're gonna close our eyes, press the ring fingers into the nose and the corners of the mouth, and close off the ears. We're inhaling through the nose, and we're gonna hum as loud and long as we can for 3 times through, but keep those ears plugged. Take an inhale, close it all off, and hum. Just bringing your palms to your thighs. Feeling the internal resonance that that breath leaves behind. You can stay right here in silent seated meditation or make your way onto your backs for final Shavasana. Taking a moment. And just to conclude. We are all mirrors to one another. And it's up to you to choose what you want to see in the other and in yourself. Choosing to give everyone the benefit of the doubt and avoiding making assumptions about the other will lead you into a lifelong blissful state as soon as we choose to make assumptions, we make up stories in our heads. And what are those stories? And perhaps we can choose a situation that might not have gone our way and give the other person the benefit of the doubt and make up a story that gives them freedom and gives yourself freedom to believe that there is all the good in the world. I see so much good in my sisters, Afton and Teal, and all around me. Choose the friends that you surround yourself wisely. Choose your people wisely. Choose the TV that you watch wisely. The things that you surround yourself with. How do you want to become better? It's got to start with you, and it's got to start with the people you're immersed around. I wish you all a beautiful day, a beautiful life, a beautiful week. Shanti Om. Namaste.